On a stormy night in the WNBA, the referees released their official report from the Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sun game, and instead of putting out the fire, they dumped gasoline on it. The report confirmed every suspicion fans had about officiating bias, and somehow made the controversy worse. J.C. Sheldon's eye poke on Caitlin Clark was described by officials as unnecessary contact with wind-up and potential for injury, yet only ruled a flagrant one. That exact phrasing, according to the league's own rules, matches the definition of a flagrant 2 and should have triggered an ejection. This wasn't a vague gray area. Sheldon clawed Clark's face while the ball wasn't even near her, and still, the referees found a way to soften it. Then came Marina Mabrey sprinting across the court during a dead ball to bodycheck Clark, an act so blatant that even casual fans were stunned. The league later upgraded that foul to a flagrant 2, but only after massive public outcry. During the game, the refs deemed it a technical foul, as if barreling into a player with no basketball purpose was just a minor infraction. Even worse, Clark was hit with a technical foul of her own for reacting. She was clawed, blindsided, and injured, and her response, holding her face and walking away, was apparently unsportsmanlike. Tina Charles also got a tech for walking toward Clark and pointing at her, while those who committed the actual assaults received lighter penalties. It wasn't just inconsistent, it was insulting. The one moment of clarity came when Sophie Cunningham retaliated against Sheldon with a flagrant 2 foul, grabbing her around the neck. That was appropriately called, but it also made clear how off the rest of the calls had been. The officials even admitted, in their own words, that they lost control of the game. They acknowledged that their failure to act earlier led to escalation. But instead of owning their mistakes, they shifted blame. Lindsay Allen was ejected despite being a minor participant in the fallout, while Mabrey, the one who committed one of the game's worst offenses, remained in. Coach Stephanie White spoke volumes in the post-game press conference with quiet fury. She shielded Clark from questions and delivered a professional yet searing rebuke of the officiating. She pointed out how the players are evolving, faster, stronger, more skilled, yet the referees haven't kept up. It wasn't an emotional outburst. It was a cold indictment. And it resonated because she wasn't the only one saying it. Coaches across the league have criticized the officiating. This isn't about one game. It's a pattern. Clark has been targeted all season, taking hits that go unpunished, while her reactions draw technicals. The double standard is real and undeniable, and the implications stretch beyond the court. International fans and media are watching. Clark is the most marketable star the league has ever seen, pulling record TV ratings and sold-out crowds. When fans tune in and see her repeatedly assaulted without consequence, and worse, punished for defending herself, it damages the league's image. The WNBA is negotiating new media rights deals and trying to expand globally. But when your own officials expose bias in writing, it undermines every effort at legitimacy. The business risk is massive. The danger to players is greater. If teams believe they can attack Clark without punishment, they will. And that puts the league's brightest star in jeopardy. All of it could have been avoided. If the refs had simply ejected Sheldon for the eye gouge, things might have calmed down. Instead, they allowed chaos to build. The referees failed to protect players, failed to apply rules evenly, and failed to maintain control. And now, in their official explanations, they've essentially confessed to it all while pretending they didn't. The report stands as a monument to incompetence, perhaps the most damning document in WNBA history. It confirmed fans' worst fears while insulting their intelligence. This wasn't just poor officiating. It was a systemic failure, one with long-term consequences for the league, the players, and its most valuable asset.